In February, I was bouldering indoors when I fell off a problem. Nothing hurt, or so I thought, until I came back from getting a drink from the water fountain and saw my finger was turning black. Yikes. I took the rest of the day off and the swelling went down. Nothing hurt. Once again, or so I thought. I kept climbing throughout March and the beginning of April, until on April 16th, we took a trip to the New River Gorge. When I couldn't pull on jugs without feeling like something was going to pop or tear, that's when I knew something wasn't right. I really wanted to keep climbing, but I knew that if I did, my finger would only get worse. And so, after a bit of research and talking to other climbers, I decided I'd take the next month off and dedicate my time to letting my finger heal. Taking an entire month off was really sad. Would it be worth it? This is a realistic look at what my month off climbing consisted of. Today I was watching this documentary and it was about this climber who went from being like brand new climber, like 5'7" climber. He went to Yosemite and he was like, well, I want to climb that. And some guy was like, okay, like it's really hard. And so it kind of like inspired him or like motivated him to actually try to climb it. And so he had 9 months that he wanted to go from being a 5'7" climber all the way to climbing this route on Yosemite. It was a really inspiring thing to watch today. It's not like it's fun to like sit off climbing. I'm just like trying to have a good attitude about it because I can either sit there and be like, meh, I can't climb, or I can be like, oh, I can't climb, but I can do things so that when I go back, I'm stronger and better. Today's strength workout consisted of bench press, incline bench, dumbbell flies, squats, lunges, and hanging knee raises. In between each exercise, I also did finger glides to keep mobility in my fingers. So, the whole goal of this month is to get stronger and more flexible. So one of my goals is to be able to do actually a legitimate pistol squat on each of my legs by the end of this. And I know like that may seem like a small goal, but for me, I've never been able to do it. So this is the month we're making it happen. This is where I'm at right now. That can't count. That can't even count. I tested to see how long I could hold an L-sit on a bar and managed a whole 5 seconds, so there's lots of room for improvement there. On Wednesday, I did some stretching, which honestly is something I've already been doing even before my injury, but I wanted to make sure I was keeping the habit up this month. Thursday, I went back to the gym to do deadlifts, overhead press, rows, and hanging knee raises. Alongside some more finger glides, I also applied light pressure to each of my fingers with the opposite hand for 5 seconds on each of the 4 sides of my finger. This is just to stretch the fingers and once again keep some mobility. Apparently my injured finger is just cursed because I also cut myself while opening a can of cat food today. I do actually feel like when I'm doing my finger glides, my finger does feel quite a bit better. I'm just trying to focus on the things that I can control, and one of them right now is washing our very dirty rope, so I'm gonna go do that. Sometimes people ask me what the proper way to wash a rope is. The method I use is just to fill my bathtub with an inch or 2 of warm water and slosh the rope around until the water's gross. Look how dark that water is. Ew. Then I wring it out by hand and set it across my coffee table to dry. Hey. It is Friday, April 29th, and I just rolled up to the gym. I'm going to get a strength workout in, and Jed let me borrow his lifting strap, so hopefully that'll put less pressure on my finger. I'm excited because one of the major indicators that something was really wrong with my finger was that I couldn't pick up this water bottle, and now I'm picking up this water bottle. And it doesn't hurt, which is a good sign. So it's been about 2 weeks since I've climbed. I am starting to get to the point. Week 1 was like, this sucks that I can't climb, but like, it's alright. Now week 2, I'm like, But it's okay because I'm clearly making progress on my finger.
Jed's lifting straps really helped to alleviate the pressure that some of the lifts put on my finger, and I really don't think I would have been able to lift without them while still being able to maintain my goal of letting my finger heal through rest. Today I added in some antagonistic rubber band finger stretches. I also started doing modified bodyweight hangs on the jugs of the hangboard. I was keeping my feet on the ground for these while still applying some downward pressure. They felt okay. Not the best, but not nearly as bad as a few weeks ago. Before leaving the gym, I tried doing a pistol squat, and to my absolute surprise, I managed to do one. I was genuinely so surprised that I did another one just to make sure it was real. I still couldn't manage to do it on my other leg though. I also tested my L-sit and managed to make it to 11 seconds.
Almost 12. Almost 12.
I'm about to head to the climbing gym for my 5th strength session. My finger is actually feeling much better. It's still kind of tender if I press on it the right way, but I do feel like it's healing. I feel like I could probably climb easy on it right now, but I know I'm a very all or nothing person, and if I climb, I'm gonna want to climb hard. I feel like my core is getting a lot better. It was really cool to see. When I first started doing the 3 sets of 15 knee raises, it was like insanely hard to get through one set of 15, and now it's really only super hard on the 3rd set. I feel like the longer it goes on, the more I want to climb. We had a comp this past weekend, like everyone was trying to comp climbs. It looked super fun. I did cheat a bit and throw my shoes on just to try one of the slab climbs on the new slab wall, but it was literally no hands. All the hands were was just pushing yourself up, and I got like halfway through the climb. So that's literally the only climbing that I've done, and I'm itching to get back to it for sure. It is Wednesday on week 3. I'm going to the gym to do my 2nd strength training session for the week, and I've added a rice bucket workout in, so I'll show you guys that. It's just for some finger strengthening and wrist strengthening so that I keep my tendons and things going strong for when I do get back to climbing. And then I've also added in some box jumps to try and improve at dynos.
The rice bucket workout consists of things like rotating your wrists in various directions, spreading and squeezing your fingers in the rice, and digging through the rice as fast as you can. I forgot to test my L-sit for week 3, but I did another pistol squat just to prove it wasn't a fluke, and then fell over on my other leg again.
I have never been a very patient person, and it's the start of the last week of taking time off for my finger. It just feels a little tight. Other than that, I've been doing some pull-ups on it, and it hasn't given me too much of an issue. So that's encouraging, but like I'm just ready to climb, man. Honestly, it's getting to the point where I'm like, one of the things that I have been doing a lot of, as always, but even more so, is watching climbing videos, and I just want to give a shout out to Noah Kane. He actually just made a full-length video about climbing in Mexico, and it was one of the best videos that I've watched as far as climbing goes. So it got me super stoked to make cool stuff for you guys, and it also got me super stoked to climb again. I think it's part of the reason why I'm like, if you're injured, just try to be smart. I know it's hard, because like I have the whole day off. I could go hang out at the gym. It would be really fun. I think that's one thing too. For me, a big part of climbing is the social aspect of it. So making sure that I still went to the gym just to see my friends but didn't climb was really important to me. So I think that really helped like my mental health side of everything. And also whenever I saw them, they were always very supportive and encouraging. I think that it's important to, take care of yourself and try to fix your injuries before they become a bigger problem. One thing that's been really exciting to me is seeing how much I can improve at lifting. I think maybe one of the things that this month actually has taught me is that I should incorporate some consistent strength training into my climbing schedule. Okay, it's getting to the point where I'm getting like stir crazy. Like I want to climb, but I saw this thing on my friend's Instagram and I think I'm gonna try it.
Okay, so things got out of hand before I could show you guys what I'm doing, but look, I'm making a little stamp of my little guy, and hypothetically it'll turn out better than this. I'm so excited!
So Jed and I came to the climbing gym to practice our multi-pitch skills. Whenever I feel incompetent, I just start laughing, and then I like hit this huge high where I'm like laughing, and then I just do this crash. So I'm super, super tired right now. But because I anticipated coming here and doing a strength session and then the multi-pitching thing took forever, I am going to just take the last 15-20 minutes and do some light climbing because it's May 12th. We're leaving for vacation to go do this multi-pitch on May 16th, so I'd just like to get my first little test run in. My finger's feeling pretty good, I think. After a month of no climbing, I'm about to climb. It was so nice to get a bit of bouldering in last night. I am not sure that my finger is 100%, but it's still kind of hard to tell. But I do have a ton of big trips planned coming up, and I'm really excited to share them with you all. So thank you for following my injury journey, and I will see you all in the next one. Stay hyped.